expected, but still, like, you're getting the same things here. Like, super good peel, great team fighting on LNG's side. Like, EDG need to run away with this early game quickly, or they just end up falling kind of at...
Icon versus Scout, the veterans, and Icon throws a complete curveball.
I'm trying to remember the last time I saw Ken in mid, and it honestly might have been High. Like, I remember High played it, but he also played, like, Timo at the same stage, so it may not be the best place to try and draw information from, but still, like, I like it. I think it does well here, like, and Icon again, like, give credit to this dude, like, this is a 23rd unique pick. I don't know what the record is for the most played champions in a split, but having played 23 unique champions for a mid laner is kind of nuts for this split.
So, random point. Kennen mid has been played once this entire year globally by a Brazilian player called Kick. Not Kick as in the team, Kick as in a player. He played it mid. 100% win rate right now. Certainly feels good for them. I will say, Viper is going to be the X factor here on whether or not he can find advantages. Icon's in trouble in the mid lane. Slicing Maelstrom, the Moonfall dodged away from, and now his jungler comes in as well. Scout flashes the knock-up, though, and completely outplays LNG. And now Tarzan trying to escape through the river. Ale moves down to help his jungler, but EDG, they make it look easy.
Nicely done by EDG, and that's where you can actually try and make those plays onto Icon. He said, look, if Icon is running back towards his tower, he's got that safety, that shorter lane to work with, so Aurelia can't chase him down, but he overextended there, flashes towards his jungler, which actually gives the space for Scout and JJ to make this play happen. You get that Moonfall to set up just that nice bit of damage. Great stun from Scout, followed up by the flash, and they just pick him apart.
Scout just completely breaking LNG.
Think about where the waves have been positioned. Scout under his tower, Flandre under his tower, and you haven't actually been able to set up any sort of gank opportunities. So now instead, they're looking for LNG to play through this top half. Use the push that they had to get Rift Herald, but Icon hasn't got his Maelstrom up just yet.
Yeah, JJ is here. He does have Moonfall. Herald down to 1,300 HP. Tarzan's just looking to finish it off with a smite. Will be able to do so. Herald taken by LNG. Icon in trouble. Slicing Maelstrom comes out. It's going to be a stun onto one. Moonfall needs to come out ASAP. Damage across the team, but it's not going to be quite enough. Scout now trying to finish off Icon, but he doesn't have it himself. And it's a double kill as Ale is taking over the game. Flandre is in too deep. He's taken down for Ale's third. And suddenly, EDG late to the party and taken out anyway.
And that is a prime example of what we expect from LNG. Having Icon set up these plays with the Maelstrom, and there's little that the short range of EDG can do. Now they get the Rift Herald. 3 kills for this Viego. He is now massive. And I'm not going to lie, this is the exact same thing that happened the last time Ale picked this champion. He somehow managed to get 3 kills on a champion that no one wants to play in a bloody lane, and then he took over the game. He just makes this champion look OP in a... It means at least Flandre will get some of the wave. That was a pretty sizable wave that was lost, and you can see that reflected in the CS. Nearly 20 down as Tarzan. Rinse and repeat here.
He's got the Herald and he needs to use it. He's running out of time, so tries to make a play towards the top side. Ale in trouble here, but Tarzan just bumps them together. Let's bounce, baby. JJ stuck under the tower alone as Iwandi arrives as well. Tarzan has to get that Herald down. It's running out of time on this one. The Scout has moved over as well. 3 men strong from EDG. Herald finally comes down. Iwandi trying to force Mako away from this tower. And it looks like EDG at least will be able to keep the tower alive, but we'll certainly lose those players.
But look, I want to highlight the difference that we're seeing here because of the draft from LNG. Like, we talked about Tarzan looking for these counter picks so often when it comes towards the LNG draft. Like, this is where he gets to go and play. Hey, I can do what I want here. I can go towards this Zac because I'm not going to be pressured too much by JJ. And even we get Icon bringing in this Kennen as a counter pick to the double bruisers that we saw coming through on EDG's side. It's been so well executed by LNG, and they're reaping the rewards here. There's nothing Flandre can do because it's been set so far behind thanks to that early play. And Tarzan just putting the cherry on top with the kill there. Good against EDG. They needed to get quick off the mark, and unfortunately, the mark kind of shifted before the game really got started as LNG ran away with this now 4th K goalie. EDG now looking for the plays, but look at where LNG are positioned. They'll be here, ready in time.
Ale is big and scary. Can they finish him off before the rest of his team arrives? The answer is no. They don't even hurt him before the rest of the team arrives. It's Ale winning the trade as Icon looks for the engage. The quickness is beautifully done by Mako there to deny what Icon was trying to do. Very nicely done. Now Tarzan, though, is just going to walk at them. Who needs to slingshot in when you've just got legs? It's going to be Scout. Bopped around and kept in the fight. Vanguard's Edge used Scout. Still in trouble, though, and Icon finishes the kill. And, well, I feel like there was kind of an anticlimactic fight coming through, but JJ's in trouble as well. Moonfall onto 3, onto 4, in fact. But he just doesn't have the damage. Dashes away to the minion wave, trying to clear these minions before he goes down, but he's not able to do it. And it means a tier 2 will fall in the top side.
But this is exactly what I talked about for EDG. When they fall behind in situations like this, it's a panic. They try to make a play up towards the top side, but they don't actually have vision on LNG to see if they start up the Dragon. So when they tried to make this trade across map, LNG just react with the TP from Icon and turn the play back around. And now, screw the Dragon, LNG will go for the Baron.
This is the opportunity for LNG to snowball and finish a game out. When we saw them versus FPX, we saw strong early games, then we saw team fight losses. But this time, they have a composition that can team fight. They have a strong early game, and they have complete control. As we take a look at Ale, literally 1v3ing to start this playoff.
But look at where LNG were positioned, right? They read this beautifully, and ADG try to make this play happen before the Dragon spawns. If you wait until Dragon spawns, then you can try and 3-man topside, because you know LNG would have committed resources to the bottom half, but they never actually wait, and LNG just TP up, chase him down, and punish EDG for the overextension. Now, Ale looking towards Scout as well, because Ale's massive. Like, at this stage, Munch, I don't want to touch that Viego.
Yeah, there's a reason that everyone always talks about Viego being an insane pick.
Playoffs, and now we're getting to see that all of LNG coming together, and there's very little EDG can do, right? I mean, how do you try and defend against this?
I mean, Dagda, I'm not going to lie, you're the analyst, not me, so I was hoping you would tell me that. because
I don't got an answer,
I'm struggling to find a way here. Yeah, it feels like EDG. This one does feel like similar to what we saw early on from LNG. They've drafted a composition that just doesn't work into this Kennen. They saw that it was going to be a Viego in the top side. They thought they were safe from the Kennen. They were very wrong. Iwandi has to use his ultimate here, but Scout's gone too deep. Will just get taken out immediately. And again, EDG trying to force things, but in the meantime, they had a player up at the top side. Why are you trying to fight 4v5 while you're behind? It doesn't make any sense.
I will say that one's kind of on Scout's bad for the position, but Iwandi did get the knock-up and headbutt over the wall, so send Scout tripping into the team, and it looks like EDG might trip out of this game as LNG, they're already on the Nexus turns.
LNG want to finish this one off strong. They want to end the game. They might not be able to, though. Viper getting some good damage down. Tarzan's still pretty strong. He is that Zap. He's got cell division, so let's not get too worried about him just yet. As LNG move towards this mid lane instead. Wave clear coming through from EDG, though. They will survive, at least for the time being. Iwandi trying to protect himself. The knockup comes through, though. The rest of the team, can they protect their support? Re-engage now from LNG. Slicing Maelstrom out from Icon, but it doesn't do all too much. There's the Moonfall coming up through. No way does EDG actually come back in this game. It can't be possible. Icon gets one. Scout in the back line here, trying to stack up his Aurelia stacks. Light flashes over the wall, keeps himself safe. But Ale is in the back line, and he is shredding through Viper. Kited away from, though. The Rend is stacking up. No way does Viper win the 1v1 against Ale. Turret shot comes in. The Rend isn't there. And the rest of the fight is won by LNG. A valiant effort from EDG in the end. But LNG, they will not lose their miracle run without a fight. They will go down swinging if they even have to go down. It's a game that is the first of many they need to win this series, but it's a confident, dominant game from LNG.
Finally, we get to see the LNG that has been plaguing teams all playoffs long. Getting the counter picks for Icon in the solo lane. Strong jungle counter pick for Tarzan as well, and plowing through with these early skirmishes that are working wonders for them. This was exactly what I wanted from LNG coming into today.
Yeah, really beautiful stuff coming out from LNG, and I think a really difficult game for EDG, where it did feel like there was a massive draft difference, but also a much clearer game plan from LNG. I think that's one of the key things here, was that it felt like in the early game, LNG